Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Paige here, once again with another video on Arrow Season 5. So this is going to be my review for episode 1 of Season 5, which is entitled Legacy. So obviously Season 5 of Arrow has had some good stuff and some bad stuff leading up to it. But what was the actual first episode like? Did it live up to expectations? Does it get us worried for the rest of the season? That's what we're going to go through in this video. But of course there will be spoilers in this video, so if you have not seen the episode, definitely go check it out, then come back and discuss with everyone else in the comments what you thought about it. But let's jump into what happened and what I thought about the episode. The episode started off seeing some attempted mayoral acts by Ollie, which was good as it's where season 4 sort of left off. Even though he was slightly delayed with some business, if you want to call it that, involving anarchy. We also got our first look at Wild Dog, who, by the sounds of it, has encountered the Green Arrow previously. We basically found out straight away that Ollie is a pretty shitty mayor and that Thea is saving his ass. But throughout the scene we also see that Ollie is much more brutal. That initial Bradford flashback was pretty dope though. It sets the stage for what we should expect this season from the flashbacks. We meet Tobias Church after some corrupt cops take out some drug dealers, but Tobias Church intervenes and sort of, makes it his own. And throughout the scene we see that Tobias Church is pretty badass. There actually was a nice little Bloodhaven name drop or Easter egg when the cops investigate the crime scene that Tobias Church had caused. It was pretty heavy though, seeing Quentin Lance like the way he was. It's almost like a parallel to how we saw Joe in the first episode of Flash in his Flashpoint version, might I say. Apparently Donna and him had broken up, so hopefully it stays that way because that was painful to watch last season. Hopefully Donna's completely off the show, hopefully they heard what people were saying and they got rid of her, but we'll have to wait and see. Seeing that little book of names pop up again was great, especially seeing the way Ollie reacted to that dude basically using it as almost like a bargaining chip of sorts. The unveiling of the Black Canary memorial statue was pretty emotional, especially seeing the reactions of Ollie, Thea and Quentin as well, and hearing the speech that Ollie gave as well, like it just added to that as well. But the ceremony was very rudely interrupted by Tobias Church's group as they abduct Ollie and some other politicians. We got to see Anatoly Knyzev come back again, which was awesome, especially seeing the banter between him and Ollie, just casually dislocating thumbs and other fun stuff like that. Like there's nothing funner than dislocating some thumbs every now and then. Thea and Quentin Lance's conversation was pretty emotional, shows the parallels between the two and what they've both gone through. Seeing how close both of them were to Laurel and stuff like that and how her death has affected them both. For Thea, technically it's done it for the better because she's gotten out of this vigilante stage, she's moved on to a more professional job. But for Lance, it's done the complete opposite and he's just gone downhill and he's a drunk and stuff like that. But damn, that interrogation scene was awesome. It was just like the one from episode 1 of season 1 or the pilot. It was so cool. Even the cops sort of look like Tommy Merlin a bit. I don't know if anyone noticed that. The debate between Thea and Ollie was pretty fierce, and both sides had pretty good points about Ollie going back to killing and why he should or should not be doing it. Anatoly's quote of "a shark that does not swim drowns," basically telling Ollie that he has to move forward to live or to survive, which relates both to the flashbacks and to present time as well, and it plays out throughout the rest of the episode. We got to hear Laurel's final words from last season and her promise to Ollie. She asks Ollie for her not to be the last Canary. Now this might cause some panic, but this could mean a lot of things, which will play out later on this season, so I'm a bit anxious, or not anxious, but a bit cautious about what's going to happen, but we'll have to wait and see what happens because I don't write the show. They might have other plans than what everyone else is thinking. The fight scene to break out the hostages was pretty sick, especially when Ollie grapples onto the helicopter with an arrow and then uses a freaking parachute arrow when he falls off the helicopter. I was like, what the hell? This is insane. We haven't seen a trick arrow, like a good trick arrow, for a while. Hopefully this season they bring back the boxing glove arrow and it's like a legit one, not like a normal arrow stuck into a boxing glove. We see Tobias Church bring together all the gangs and ends up killing Mr. Bertinelli. I do not know if it's Frank Bertinelli, is it? Not sure if it was him, but he does it to make a statement about how he is within all their ranks and he can basically control them already without them having to agree. Seeing Ollie move forward is somewhat good as he accepts bringing Wild Dog as well as Curtis into the team. I would have liked to have seen solo Ollie for another episode or two, just because I think he's really badass when he's by himself. But you never know, later in the season we might get a couple of episodes where some of the Team Arrow might get angry or leave, or something happens and we might get solo Ollie again. That scene between Felicity and her new boyfriend just made me laugh. I was laughing the whole time. As in my mind, I could just see all of Twitter and Tumblr imploding and just, basically starting bonfires and burning stuff. But holy crap, that ending with Prometheus, what an introduction. Pretty cool. We're going to see more of him in the next couple of episodes interacting with other people, not necessarily the Green Arrow, but people around the show that might think it's the Green Arrow doing these things. But overall, I thought this was a really good episode. Definitely the last 15 minutes. Everything before that, it was a bit paced strangely. It would make up for probably just an average episode if it didn't have that last 15 minutes. That last 15 minutes boosted this episode up a lot. Was it the strongest premiere? Probably not, but it could have been worse, and I do think they did a really good job with that last 15 minutes, might I say, especially in regards to action, and definitely enticing people to keep watching this season, because there was a lot of hesitation going into this season about whether people wanted to continue watching or not. Thea was really good in this episode. I'd probably give her the MVP for this episode. Tied with her and Ollie, I thought they were really good. Obviously, we did get that conversation with Diggle and Ollie at the end, but I think that was just chucked in there so people didn't get angry about there being no Diggle in this episode. I'm not too sure when he's meant to be popping back up. I heard episode 4 or 5, but he might be popping up earlier than that. But I definitely don't think this episode is going to turn anyone off from watching Arrow. I think it's done its job. It's going to keep people watching, for those that chose to watch this episode at least. But thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to leave your opinions in the comment section below. What was your favourite part of the episode? What was your least favourite part of the episode? If you enjoyed the video and I guess the episode as well, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're new for more Arrow content, more Flash, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, all that good stuff. I will have my trailer breakdown for the next episode of Arrow out later on, like 12, 13 hours from now. But until then, I'll catch you later, guys, and goodbye.